like everything hurt. I got up and then I left because in my mind, I was like, well, they're gonna take this kid from me anyways. I mean, what's the point of staying here? You give life and then all you want to do is go get high because you don't want to sit in that hospital and face the withdrawal and everything that just happened. Like, that was the only thing on my mind. Well, I am Jaimie Romero, and I am 1,193 days sober.
Wow. How does that say the number feel?
Awesome. I haven't been this sober since I was a teenager. The actual addiction kicked in when I was 18. So I spent a pretty good 13 years being an addict. Actually, when I first started out using, I saw it as a way to connect with others. I connected with the wrong crowd. I mean, it's true what my dad always says, bad associations spoil useful habits. So at that age, I guess I didn't really, you're a teenager, you think you know it all. You think you got it under control. You have all these friends, you have all these people, and it just leads you more deeper into a spiral and a cycle that eventually you find yourself you can't get out of. People just want to like feel connected somewhere, somehow, and they want to belong. So unfortunately, sometimes you just connect with the wrong people.
Flip through this and then I'll ask you some questions about it.
Okay.
So looking at that first page there, you see your picture there with the... What's going through your mind?
Yeah. I'm like, do I look, so unmotivated. She reported that she had been sleeping in an empty building for a couple months and had a warrant because she did not show up to court. She reported that she was hiding from the police in a closet. God. Like, it's crazy the lengths you go to, like, when you don't want to get arrested. You lock yourself in a freaking closet. There's no such thing as a functioning addict. You can't get high and live a normal life. You can't do your responsibilities. You can't make it to court. Like, just no motivation to do good. I don't know. I was feeling pretty hopeless there.
Well, I think there's no question before she had Jordan, she was a mess. Nothing short of mess. She was gone for a long period of time. She kind of gave up on herself and gave up on everything that was going on. In this line of work, you realize that most of the time it doesn't turn out so good. And the best that you hope for is a far cry from reality. But that's not the case with her.
I knew the right thing to do. I just didn't do it. I mean, I attempted to. I went and I tried to do a medical detox at the hospital, and I ended up leaving. I used throughout my whole pregnancy. He actually came about a week late, and I had to make myself go to the hospital and have him, and it was horrible because, first of all, pregnancy is not easy, and then having a baby is not easy, but on top of that, to be withdrawing and out of your mind and just scared. I went into an emergency C-section and I had him. I think it was that night when they unhooked me from all the machines and everything. The nurses kind of chased me down, and just because they wanted to see that I took out the IV, I did, and they're like, just turn and show us that you took out the IV. And I remember I turned and I lifted up my arm and I showed them, and I want to go smoke, and I was like, I'm not going to get him anyways, they're going to take him from me. And I mean, it's sad, it's emotional, but at the same time, I just think about how far I've come and what I've proved to make sure he's okay and to like have him back in my custody. Tell him I'm sorry. Like, Like, I'm just glad, like, he's okay. When he's older, if he wants to know things, I'll be honest with him, but when that time comes, I could only hope that he could see, like, what I did to make sure he was okay. I didn't see myself living very long, so it's funny that I got pregnant with him, because I got pregnant with him when I was 30, and I always used to say, like, throughout my 20s, I'd always be like, I don't see myself living past 30. I don't see nothing past 30. And then I have Jordan when I'm 30. Yeah.
Who saves your life, right?
He does. He's like a little lifesaver.
Where are you going? Can I come to? The whole world is open, a playground for me and you, and we could be fine.
Child who needs you there and then immediately. I mean, a baby that needs that time to bond with the mother, and I think that when you see that actually kind of kick in, that's a beautiful thing.
It was when social services got a hold of me, and they were, like, despite having like a warrant, they were letting me have like little visits with him. And then they told me, they're like, okay, well, we're summoning you to come to court. So, I mean, I already knew what that was all about. I was like, well, this is, if I don't show up, like, if I just show I don't care, then they're gonna put him somewhere. They're gonna put him up for adoption. Every time I had those little visits with him, I couldn't, I was like, I can't let this kid go anywhere.
I remember her coming back into the process and getting back engaged and, you know, kind of just being there. And then the sudden recollection that you have someone else to worry about in your life and that maybe someone else matters. And, you know, going from giving up entirely to engaging and figuring out that this is something you want is a tremendous thing to see.
It was my public defender at the time. He told me my options. He was like, you could either go to corrections for a year, or he's like, or you could do drug court, which is a 2-year program. And I remember he told me, he was like, I'd highly suggest drug court if you want to get your son back. Or he was like, or yeah, that'd be the quickest way to get your son back. No questions asked. I was like, all right, let's do drug court. The more I started learning about myself, and the more I started rediscovering myself, and I was like, okay, I'm not stupid, like, I'm not dumb. People actually like me, like, I'm actually pretty intelligent and pretty smart. Like, I found out that, like, I'm actually, like, funny. I like to have fun. I'm pretty social. I'm pretty determined, motivated. I have good morals and good core values. This is who I was before I started using. I'm just like my younger self, but with more wisdom, more learning lessons, more mature, emotionally mature, and I'm like, yeah, like, this is who I am.
I think what I remember most about, what I will remember most about her through this process is watching her grow and mature and gain that confidence in herself. I think that's the biggest piece for me.
I think, like, it'd be something I would enjoy to try and help others. I know I can't necessarily take on, like, the role as a peer, but I do have, like, that insight. And then I think it'd just feel good to be like a role model or an inspiration. Sobriety's possible, and you can find it enjoyable. You can manage these feelings, you could cope with these feelings, and it's possible to live a normal life because sobriety just becomes second nature.
For Jaimie, I see every possibility along those lines because she's strong, she's committed, and she's got that confidence in herself. And once you get that confidence in yourself, and once you realize that right now, no matter what her past has given her, the world really is her oyster. She can make her life, she can make a life for her child, for Jordan, and they'll be happy, they'll be content, and they'll have every chance to lead a normal life.
I thought it was pretty fitting. Actually, it was the t-shirt I bought a while back just because I like how the design on the back looked. But now that I was getting ready to come do this, I was like, that'd probably be a good shirt to wear because I never want to look back.
And to see her now have the confidence to know that her future is in her hands and nobody else's, that's a good thing.
With my whole heart, like I don't want to look back. I don't want nothing to do with any of that old stuff. Like I want to keep moving forward.
Yeah. Well, moving so fast, the clock looks slow. Slow.
Check it over there.
No, it did.
No, it's not. Is it? Oh. We should have charged it. Darn it. Yeah, it's
He holding my hand, no. Trust is a problem, never knew how. Yeah. That's why I just keep to myself. Get what I